You know, one interesting thing I sort of came to know about you was that you landed yourself a job, an engineering job in Patni Computers.
Oh,
And
how do you know that?
हमारे आदमी चारों तरफ हैं.
You're also a spy, huh?
You bet. But there's also like you got the job and then I believe Prison Break and Golmaal had something to do with it. Please tell us that story. It was damn cool.
Third year of my engineering college, I think year 2008, the campus interview was going on, and I'm a huge fan, huge fan of this classic movie called Golmaal, Amol Palekar's house.
Yeah.
And I had the small dream I wanted to live, which was to give an interview.
Okay.
You know,
That was your dream.
dream as in I just wanted to live this
Scenario.
scenario.
Okay.
And to just wear a tie, wear formal clothes, slide down my resume and just give this interview. And by the time I had decided, post my education, post my graduation, I want to pursue acting. So I was like, how am I going to live this little dream of mine? So it's like, okay, I want to crack these campus interviews, whether or not I want to do a job, but I want to do this. So for the first couple of companies that had come, I couldn't even pass the aptitude test. And then for Patni Computers, I passed the aptitude test and I was really thrilled. Okay, I'm going to give an interview today. And everybody was really anxious outside, and everybody's nervous. But whereas I wasn't nervous at all because I was like, I had got nothing to lose.
Right.
So finally my turn came up and I went inside and there were these three faculty members who were sitting in front of me and I gave the resume and I was just living my dream. I was very happy. I had the smile on my face all the time.
Yeah.
And so they asked me some technical questions which I somehow managed to scrape through.
Okay.
And in the resume there's this personal section where you have to mention father's occupation, mother's occupation, brother's occupation, whatever. So in my father's occupation I had mentioned that he works in films as an action director. So this guy asked me that, अरे तुम actor बन जाओ ना, why do you want to be an engineer? तुम hero बन जाओ. And he was testing me in that sense. So that was the time when I was watching this series called Prison Break.
Right.
And in that, I don't know which episode, which season, but the protagonist is basically an engineer so he gives an interview. He's giving an interview, and the interviewer asks him that, why do you want to be an engineer?
Yeah.
And he gives like a very kick-ass kind of an answer, saying that a normal layman can only just walk on the streets and admire the architecture or the planes or the cars or anything, but an engineer can say, I can make it better. I know.
Very cool.
So something of that sort. And so that was my first script of my life. This was my first audition.
Right.
And he asked me this question, why do you want to be an engineer? And I just narrated those lines in that intensity. And I remember out of the three, there was this one guy who was just on his paper, not interested in this candidate who's calm. And he doesn't seem to be too bright for our company and all of that. So he's just, doodling on the paper. And then when I said that line, his head just came up in 48 frames. He's like, who is this guy?
We found a guy.
So, and I was like, yeah. So I stepped out and to my surprise, I got the job. I was very happy. And so that's why I was very happy because I thought I've cracked my first audition.
Yeah.
So that's why I was very happy.